All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig in a Pickle Krug Show with a little Trey Lance deep dive on preseason game number one. That's right. We're going to do a little deep dive on all 27 plays that Trey Lance played against the Raiders in preseason game number one. But of course, first we're brought to you by Pig in a Pickle, best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out, Emeryville, Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig in a Pickle, the best barbecue there is. Go say hi to Damon. Go say hi to Mary. Say get the brisket chili, and tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. All right, let's talk a little bit about Trey Lance and preseason game number one. There were a lot of people who had a lot of thoughts on preseason game number one. So I thought, let's do a deep dive and just go through all 27 plays. A couple things to remember. First of all, Trey Lance, hasn't played a lot of football. 318 pass attempts in college. That's it. In the NFL, he is 56 completions in 102 attempts. For 797 yards. He's had 8 total games, 4 career starts, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks. Last year, he fractured the ankle in week 2, and he was done for the year. So you just have to remember, this is his first live action since week 2 of last year. So was bound to be a little rusty. And when I went through this 27-play barrage that he got in the first half against the Raiders, what I found was there's some good and some bad. Just kind of mixed results, good and bad. And we'll go through it play by play, and you can kind of decide for yourself. All right, play number one, 1st and 10 play on the Niner 25-yard line. Niners and 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, Trey under center. And the Raiders in your standard 4-3 look, cornerbacks and off coverage in a 2-deep shell. And what happened on this play is John Jenkins pushed Nick Sikel back into Trey's face. And while this was happening, Jalen Moore also gave up pressure on the left side to Raiders defensive right end, the ex-Niner, Jordan Willis. Willis and Jenkins meet at the quarterback, easy sack of Trey Lance. Well, that's what it looks like on the surface. But if you look a little closer, what you see is that Lance did not react at all to the pressure in his face. He didn't back up at all. His feet were kind of frozen, and it made it an easy sack. So it wasn't a good play by Trey Lance. Was it 100% his fault? No, it was not. Zakel got steamrolled by Jenkins. Jalen Moore kind of did a wide set against Willis. Willis cut back inside, and they both put pressure on the quarterback. But the pressure in his face from Jenkins, Lance did not react to at all. You got to push back a little bit. You got to create a little bit more space. Instead, he just kind of his feet were frozen, and the center just got bull rushed right guard, I should say, Zakel just got bull rushed right into his lap. Easy sack for the Raiders, but not a good play for Trey Lance. All right, I look at that as a poor play. Let's go to play 2. Now they're sitting at 2nd and 13 on the 21-yard line. Niners and 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, the 1 tight end. The 2 running backs are in the I formation. The tight end motions to the short side of the field pre-snap. He gives a heavy run right look to that defense. They go play action to Mason. Lance looks left. He hits the tight end, Ross Dwelly, lined up at fullback in the backfield for a 9-yard gain in the flat. Good play. Trey's now 1 for 1. He was on time with the throw. He was accurate with the throw. Good play by Trey. Sets up 3rd and 6. So now we're 2 plays in. You got 1 good play. You got 1 bad play. And you're sitting at 3rd and 6. All right, let's move to play number 3. Play number 3, 3rd and 6 from the Niners' own 29-yard line. Niners now in 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end. You got Ronnie Bell outside right, Willie Snead in the slot, Conley wide left, balls on the left hash, tight end lined up flexed on the right side. He goes in motion, left pre-snap. You get J.P. Mason in the offset offset position. Lance in the gun. The Raiders going with Ja'Cory Bennett, Amik Robertson and Duke Shelley on the receivers, giving a 4-2-5 look. Lance has Dwelly open on the left side on a short out route, and he pump fakes it to Dwelly, who was, wide open, sitting in a soft zone underneath. But in this particular play, Lance kind of freezes. And even though he pump fakes to Dwelly, and Dwelly's wide open in the zone, he doesn't get rid of the ball, and he takes a second sack. Pryor and Zakel gave up pressure. Kuntz and Rochelle got in on the sack. And you could easily blame Pryor and Zakel. Niners, of course, were forced to punt, 3 and out. But Lance was just a step slow with his clock. The ball needed to come out on time. He just held it too long. He took the sack. That's on Trey. That was a tight end in a short zone between two defenders, wide open, nobody standing between the quarterback and the tight end. He wanted to go there. He thought about going there. He pump faked it there, which is also a major mistake. You never pump fake to the guy you're going to go to. Why would you do that? That just draws the coverage to him. So he pump faked it to Dwelly and then then sat on it, couldn't get rid of it. Kuntz and Rochelle sitting in his lap, sack, time to punt, bad play, Trey. All right, let's go to the next series, which was his fourth play, second offensive drive. 1st and 10 Niners on their own 18, Niners and 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Both of the tight ends are lined up right to the wide side of the field. The back is, the ball's on the left hash, the running back in a deep set in the eye. Dwelly motions into the backfield like a fullback in the eye. Niners run the lead play with Ty Davis-Price. It goes right for 3 yards. Wasn't a great push by the O-line. Sets up 2nd and 7, but as far as Trey's concerned, he operated the play fine. It was a run play. He operated it fine. Good play overall. I just put that down as a run. All right, let's go to play 5. Play 5, 2nd and 7, Niners on the 20, 49ers and 12 personnel, 2 wides, 2 tight ends, 1 running back in the deep set eye, both tight ends on the right side of the line of scrimmage, kind of a strong run look. Lance under center. And what does he do here? He fakes he goes to play action boot to TDP, fakes the run play to Ty Davis-Price, bootleg action to Trey's right. He's under some pressure, and then he throws behind Ross Dwelly. Should have been an incompletion. Dwelly bails him out. An incredible catch of a ball that was several feet behind the tight end on a pretty short route. Once again, you leave the play going Trey not throwing very accurately, looking kind of fidgety, threw behind his tight end, but he's still 2 for 2. Ball's completed. Not a great play by Trey. He had a wide open look. He threw behind the receiver. The receiver bailed him out. All right, let's go to play 6. 3rd and 5 on the Niner 22. Niners now in 11 personnel. Okay, that's 3 wides, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Ball's on the right hash. You got the tight end flexed out left in a bunch, and then he goes in motion. So it gave the 49ers a kind of a 4 wide receiver look with 2x2, quarterback in the shotgun, running back offset right. Lance takes the snap. The Raiders came with a 6-man pressure. They blitz 2 guys. Luke Masterson puts pressure on Lance, who throws late to Charlie Warner on the slant. Incomplete pass, punt. The issue was the timing. The timing was off. Lance looked left to Willie Snead first. Then he looked right, but by the time he looked right, it was too late. And then when he threw it in a crowd, and Warner basically quit on the route or couldn't catch it, didn't want to catch it. The 2 receivers were in the same spot. It looked like almost like a broken play. The timing was off on that play. Either he wasn't supposed to look left to Snead, or he was supposed to look left to Snead and get to the right side quicker. But by the time he went to Warner, that was a busted play. By the way, the Niners starting offensive line at this point is Jalen Moore at left tackle, Poe at left guard, Feliciano at center, Nick Zakelj at right guard, Matt Pryor at right tackle. So this is none of the Niners' first string line in there. And the Raiders brought a 6-man pressure, but Trey was slow to react to it. Not a great play by Trey. All right, let's go to play 7. Play 7 is a first down play on the 14-yard line. Trey's under center. Niners in 21 personnel, 2 backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. You got the running back and the fullback in the eye. Play action pass. Lance looks left. He has Dwelly on a short out route. And he badly overthrows him. Incomplete pass to the flat. He also had Ronnie Bell up the seam. He didn't see it or didn't want it. Instead, he takes the check down and then misses it badly. Bad play by Lance. Badly overthrew Dwelly. Took the more conservative option. He could have had Ronnie Bell on the seam. And I got to study the all-22 a little bit and take a look at the coverage on Bell. But from what I could tell watching the TV copy, Bell was open on the seam. The announcer even said Bell was open on the seam. But he goes to Dwelly in the flat, overthrows him by a ton. Dwelly can't get a finger on it. Bad play by Trey. Let's go to play 8. 2nd and 10 now. Same 14-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Niners once again in 11 personnel. 3 wides, 1 back, 1 tight end. Play action pass. Lance immediately under heavy rush by Adam Butler and Malcolm Kuntz. Trey's under center, but escapes the pocket. Scrambles for 2 yards. He had the running back in the eye. Jason Poe basically let Butler run right by him. Looked like a protection bust. Maybe some kind of a communication breakdown. Dwelly and Poe kind of didn't communicate. Trey's got a scramble for 2 yards. I'm not putting that down as a bad play for Trey. Why? Because it was a total O-line breakdown. And he made positive yards out of it on 2nd down. It should have been 3rd and 10 or sack and 3rd and 15. Instead, Trey uses his mobility, gets out, scrambles for a couple yards, and gets beyond his offensive line breakdown. And then in a classy way, by the way, when he was asked about this after the game, he said, hey, it's not on them, it's on me. This one was on them. And so's this next one. Let's get to play 9. 3rd and 8 on the 16. Niners once again in 11 personnel. A 3-by-1 look with the 3 wides on the right side of the field. Ball's on the left hash. Trey's in the shotgun. You got TDP split out, set out left to the quarterback. Trey sacked by Adam Butler. And there was a penalty as well on a hold on Nick Zakelj, who badly held Isaac Rochelle and just grabbed him around the shoulder pads and took him to the ground. Trey's running for his life. Niners have to punt. That's not on Trey. That's an O-line breakdown. So in the first 3 offensive drives, the Niners had 9 plays, and they had 1 yard. 1 yard on 9 plays, 3 3-and-outs. 9 plays into his run against the Raiders. This one also not on him. This one's on the O-line. Butler abused whoever was in front of him, and Zakelj tried to do a WWF takedown on Isaac Rochelle. Niner O-line just gets steamrolled. Trey running for his life. Time to punt. Totally not on him. Not a good play by him. Not a bad play by him on the O-line. All right, let's go to play 10. This is their 4th drive, right? 1st and 10 on the 39. Niners in 11 personnel again. 3 wides, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Trey's under center. Ronnie Bell goes in motion, takes the handoff, and has a nice little play. Runs really hard, breaks a couple tackles. 15-yard run, Ronnie Bell. Great play. Put it down as a run. It was a run. All right, let's go to play 11. 1st and 10 on the Raider 46. Niners still in the 11 personnel, 3 wides. Trey's under center. Ball's on the right hash. They run TDP up the middle for 3 yards. Doesn't get a ton, but a solid running play to TDP. Not a good play by Trey, not a bad play by Trey, just a run. There you go. On to play 12. Play 12. Niners 2nd and 7 now on the Raider 43. Niners now in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, a back, 2 wide receivers, running back in the eye, deep eye. Trey takes a 3-step drop and hits Troy Fumagalli in the flat for a first down. 9-yard pitch and catch from Lance to Fumagalli. Lance with good throw in the quick game, got it out, clean, spiral, put it right on Fumagalli. Good play, Trey. Play 12. Very good play. Did exactly what he wanted to do. Timing was right. Executed it perfectly. Good, accurate, efficient throw in the quick game. Gets a first down. Great play by Trey Lance. Play 13. Niners 1st and 10 on the Raider 34. They're still in the 12 personnel. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back. Trey's under center, right? Ball's on the right hash. Running back in the deep set eye. Conley goes in motion to the offensive left and then darts across the formation to the right flat. Lance hits him for a 6-yard pitch and catch on the play action, off the play action pass. Timing was great. The design was great. Conley makes a nice catch. He put it on his hands. Good play, Trey. Absolutely good play. Play 14, 2nd and 4 on the Raider 28. Niners in 12 personnel again. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 back. Trey under center. Dwelly flexed out left. Then Dwelly motions into the backfield like a fullback. Niners run the lead play on the halfback toss to Ty Davis-Price, and he gets a first down. Willie Snead with a nice block. Fumagalli with a nice block. Good play, Niners. Nice run. Got the first down. All right, and obviously that was a running play, and not good or bad for Trey, a running play. But he executed it, and the Niners got the first down. Play 15, 1st and 10 on the Raider 21. Niners now in the 3 wides, 11 personnel. Trey in the gun. TDP goes in motion. So now you're looking at an empty, right? You're looking at an empty set. No backs, no eligibles in the backfield. That's what we call the empty. Lance looks left and then right and then takes off and finds Willie Snead for a short dump-off pass. Almost crossed the line of scrimmage, but didn't. Down to the 8-yard line. Good improv by Trey. Creates a play. Nice little jump pass to Willie Snead. Niners go 1st and goal on the 9. Very good play by Trey Lance. One of his better plays. What I liked about that play is it wasn't, he looked left first, didn't see what he wanted. Looked right, didn't see what he wanted. Decides he's going to take off. He was decisive. He processed quickly. He was decisive. He found the dump off, hit Snead on the jump pass, gets the ball out of his hands, gets down to the 9, 1st and goal from the 9. Good play. Good play by Trey. All right, let's go to play 16. Niners now 1st and goal on the 9. They're in 11 personnel, 3 wides. Lance fakes the stretch play to TDP and bootlegs off of it. Okay? And this is the touchdown. He bootlegs off of it, and he throws a touchdown pass to Ross Dwelly. But it was going to be an easy interception for Duke Shelley, but Shelley tips it right into the lap of Dwelly, and Dwelly makes the catch. So where was Lance really going? Lance was going to Conley in the back of the end zone, and Conley was open, but the throw was late. The ball came out late, and Shelley broke on the ball and tapped it right to Dwelly, and Trey lucked out. The ball came out late. It was a mistake. Should have been a pick. Instead, it's a 9-yard touchdown catch. And the Niners cap a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Lance is 4 for 4 on the drive. Everybody's high-fiving everybody, and he's running back to the sideline. Bad play. It was a bad play. The ball was going to Conley. He was at least a second or 2 late. He telegraphed the pass. Shelley broke right on it and was going to have an easy pick in the end zone. Except he tipped it, and Dwelly catches it, and all is forgotten. But on the film study, that's a bad play. All right, let's go to play 17. Next series. This is drive number 5 for Trey. First and 10, Niners on their own 35 and 12 personnel, two tight ends, two wide receivers, one running back. The running back is J.P. Mason. He's in the deep set eye. Trey's under center. He goes play action pass. And for the fourth time, the Raiders sack Trey Lance. Amari Burney, the 6th-round pick out of Florida, comes burning in. Another example where Trey processed slowly, held the ball, didn't hit the crosser, takes the sack. Hit the crosser. Get the ball out of your hands. The timing was off. Poor play by Lance. All right, let's go to play 18. 2nd and now 16. After the sack, they're on their own 29 now. 12 personnel again, two tight ends, two wide receivers, one running back, Trey in the shotgun. Vegas gets pressure. Trey forced to scramble to his right and finds Charlie Warner short for 6 yards. Good play. Vegas got pressure. Trey reacted to the pressure, scrambled to his right, found his tight end, short pass, 6-yard gain. Good play. Good play, Trey. Play 19. Another good play by Trey. 3rd and 10 on the 35. Niners on their own 35. Now they're in 3 wides, right? 11 personnel. 3 wides, a back, and a tight end. Trey in the gun. Trey is or the tight end, I should say, is flexed out right outside the tackle box. Goes in motion, gives the Niners a 3-man bunch to the field side. Lance threw a bullet to Chris Conley on the in route. Excellent throw. Ball was on time. It was a flat dime. Put it right on Conley's hands. Excellent play by Trey. Now the Niners get a first down. Gets the first down, finds Conley, perfect pass, stuck it right on him. Play 20. 1st and 10, right around midfield on the Raider 49. 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back. J.P. Mason just on an inside run. 5-yard gain on first down. Nice running play. On to play 21. Play 21. 2nd and 5 from the 43. Niners also still in the 12 personnel with the 2 tight ends. Trey's in the shotgun now. Fumagalli goes in motion. Lance on a short dump off pass to J.P. Mason, and it was just too hard. And Mason just dropped it. I'm putting this one not on Trey, on Mason. Now, Trey could have thrown this softer, but the ball hit Mason in the hands, and this is the pros. When it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. So an incomplete pass on a short dump off to Mason. Probably threw it a little bit too fast, but it's on Mason, not on Trey. Not a good play by Trey, not a bad play by Trey. It's really a bad play by J.P. Mason. So now 2nd and 5 becomes 3rd and 5, still at the 43. Niners now go 11 personnel with the 3 wide receivers. Trey's in the shotgun. J.P. Mason runs middle, and they get 3 yards, 4 yards almost. Sets up a 4th and 1. Run play. 4th and 1. Raiders call timeout. It's 4th and 1 on their own 40. J.P. Mason gets stuffed on the 4th and 1. No gain. Nobody blocked Jordan Willis. Jumps into the backfield. Tackles J.P. Mason for a loss. Bad play by the Niner O-line. Not on Trey. Good or bad. Not on Mason. Though I felt like Mason had an opening if he had stepped to the right. But nobody blocked Jordan Willis. You got to block the defensive end. Nobody blocked him. All right, let's go to play 24. 1st and 10 play now on the Niners 17. There's only 28 seconds left in the half, right? This is right before the half. But Trey's in the shotgun now. You got 11 personnel, 3 wides, 1 running back, 1 tight end. And once again, he's late on a throw to Willie Snead, and it's nearly intercepted by number 56, Amari Burney. Once again, and he saw Willie Snead. He wanted to go to Snead, but he was a good second or two late. Bernie broke on the ball and should have had a pick. Dropped it. Bad play by Trey. All right, we're getting down to the end of it. Play 25, 2nd and 10 on the 17. This is a good play by Trey. Niners in 11 personnel with the 3 wides. Lance goes to Conley. Nice pass play, really good throw, 24 yards. Gets the first down out to the 41-yard line. Very good play by Trey on 2nd and 10. Play 26. Another good play by Trey. 1st and 10, and they're on their own 41. There's only 17 seconds left on the clock before halftime. Lance goes to Fumagalli at midfield, and he gets down inside the 40. It was a 3-wide, 11 personnel set. Tight end was flexed out. Trey was in the gun. And then to add to it, Raiders had a Jaquan Johnson penalty. Unnecessary roughness, which added 15 yards. So there you go. Really good play by Trey. Operated it with some urgency. Found Fumagalli. He was open, hit him in the hands, and then Fumagalli gets inside the 40. Then you're looking at a fantastic situation because after the penalty, the Niners are on the 22-yard line. Now, there's no time left, but there's one time enough. I think it was like 9 seconds left. Here's play 27. 1st and 10 on the 22. Trey in the gun. And he took a shot for Conley against Duke Shelley in the end zone. Threw deep, was decisive. Because the clock's only 9 seconds on the clock, you don't got a lot of time to play with. You don't want to take the sack there. So it was good situational football. 9 seconds left, taking a shot for the end zone. He's got Conley on Shelley. Conley pushed off, should have been offensive PI. Instead, no call. Put the ball where only Conley could get it or out of bounds, and it was out of bounds. He overthrew him. And it left 4 seconds on the clock for Jake Moody, who came on and tried to kick a 40-yard field goal and missed. But a good play. Very good play by Trey, especially with the clock ticking down and all the negative things that can potentially happen. He gave his team a chance to score points, and so that was a really good play. So there you go. 27 plays. Of those 27 plays, 7 of them were runs. So you got 20 plays to break down. Outside of the runs. 20 plays of Trey Lance in his first outing. I just ran it down for you. There were 9 what I would call good plays by Trey. There were 8 bad plays by Trey. There were 2 plays that clearly were not on Trey at all because they were major O-line breakdowns, and any quarterback would have folded in that situation or had a negative result. So 2 of them I list as offensive line breakdowns, and 1 is a J.P. Mason drop. He put it right on the hands. And so it could have been 10 good plays, 8 bad plays, couple offensive line breakdowns, 7 running plays. So when you really think about it, it's actually he looked fidgety, he looked uncomfortable, right? There's no question about that. His timing was a little off. He looked a little rushed. They did call a lot of pass plays. I don't look at that as Shanahan dooming him for failure, by the way. You got to remember this. If you're calling a lot of pass plays, that means you're passing on first down. Passing on first down is a quarterback's best friend. Everybody's expecting you to run. So you don't have that pressure. So the idea that the head coach is putting more pressure on the quarterback by having him throw on first down is absolutely the opposite of the truth. It actually is the least pressure throw. You're going to run on first down, get stuffed, run on second down, get stuffed, and then try to pass on 3rd and 10? What's harder, that or coming out on first down when they think you're 50-50 run pass and you come out with the pass? There's no blitz, and they're not loaded up on the pass, and it's much easier to pass on 1st and 10 than it is on 3rd and 10. So, Shanahan, I felt did a fine job as far as calling the game. And Trey, timing was off. and he looked a little fidgety, and he didn't look comfortable, especially on the first 3 drives. But after the first 3 drives, and he hadn't played since week 2 of last year, hadn't first live action since week 2 of last year when he fractured his ankle. The guy's played in 8 career games. He had 1 year of college. He had 318 pass attempts in college, the lowest of any quarterback that went in the first round in 40 years. He's got 4 starts to his name. Did he look good? No. Should he start against the Steelers? No. Should he back up Sam Darnold? Based on what I saw yesterday in against the Raiders, I'd say yes. But then when you look closer at this, you see that a lot of it's rust early. These are correctable mistakes. He got better as it went. They went 3 and out on the first 3 drives. On the 4th drive, the scoring drive, he did go 4 for 4. He threw 2 would-be picks that got dropped. And he looked fidgety. He looked nervous. His timing was off. His clock was slow. I just outlined it all there for you. You can go back and watch the film. What I described is exactly what you're going to see. Because I went play by play and took a lot of time to look at this. Ran it back and forth. Granted, it's the TV copy. I'll know more when I see the downfield coverage on a couple of those plays. But I just gave you the assessment of Trey Lance and what he did in 27 plays. 7 runs, so we're really talking about 20 plays. What do you have? He had basically 10 good plays, 8 bad plays, and a couple of offensive line breakdowns. Mix in a drop. Otherwise, that's a good play as well. So you're talking about 10 good plays, 8 poor plays. Now, 8 poor plays out of 20 for a quarterback's too many. And 2 obvious interceptions are not good. And his timing seemed off. But to sit there and be like, he was garbage. He didn't do a single good thing, blah, 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 blah. That's not true. He did a lot of good things. As I said, he had 20 plays, 20 pass plays, and about half of them were good plays. And about 80, and 8 of the next 10 were bad plays, and 2 of them were bad plays, but it had really nothing to do with Trey. So there you go. There's the breakdown. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out Pig and a Pickle, folks. 2 locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin. They're open from 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. in both Marin County and Emeryville. Get the brisket chili. Say hi to Damon, say hi to Mary. Thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.